Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. Just want to give you guys a quick to do. If you guys run into one of these situations, I have a 2009 Ford Escape and recently ran into this situation where it would start sometimes, it wouldn't start sometimes it would start, sometimes it wouldn't start. Had no issues with anything else, had no issues with anti-theft anti-theft issues uh that pretty much prevents your car from starting. And this video pretty much applies for a whole host of Ford vehicles from 2008 to 2012. Originally I was let me see, this started happening, I guess maybe a month ago. In the morning, I would try to start it, and it wouldn't crank. And then I tried a couple of times, it would crank. And these situations were pretty much sporadic. And during the period where this happened, when this happened, I was thinking maybe it could be a host of different things. Could be the relay. Check that out. That wasn't it. The fuses, I checked all the fuses. It wasn't the fuses. Obviously, it's not the alternator. And as far as the starter is concerned, I actually did try. I actually did bump the starter. I bumped the starter. I actually hooked up the relay just to see if whether the starter was the problem. And there are videos on how to do that through the relay sockets. But this video is not about that. But I did test it out. The starter is fine. The PCM, the car's computer, I put in OBD2. It reads everything. There's no issues with the car's computer whatsoever. Everything that works, that's supposed to work to get to get this car started, works. Everything's been tested out. It works. Couldn't figure out what the issue was until last time I was stuck. I was stuck in a parking lot, a Walmart parking lot, and it happened. And I was driving this car. I was still driving this car. All right, because I tested everything out. Couldn't figure out what it was. This is my only car. Still drive it. I was still driving it. Okay, hoping that it was probably a loose wire somewhere that I couldn't figure out, because I actually did check out the ground wires. The ground wires were good. All right, and I actually went through all the work of trying to figure out all the issues with the car, including ground wires, wirings that I could maybe try to figure out if they were broken in some way, or attached, detached in some way, but none of that was the case. All right. So last time I had this situation, I tried a couple of times to start it, and I noticed, out of frustration, I actually pushed the key in and wiggled it as I turned to start, and it started right up. And it dawned on me that could have been what was causing the car not to start. Now, I didn't do the test at that spot because I didn't want to turn it off. Once it was able to start and crank over and crank, because this situation there was actually no cranking at all, but it cranked and it cranked over. I was able to drive it home. So when I got it home, obviously I had to turn the car off. All right, just to test it out. What I did was I did the same thing. I pushed it in, wiggled it, pushed it and wiggled it as I turned the key to the on position, and it turned on. All right, it turned on. Tried it a couple more times. It turned on, and if you guys are having this situation, you guys should try that. All right, because there is a problem after a certain period of turning the car on, off, on, off. There is a, it kind of erodes the contact within the ignition module. It erodes the contact. So what happens is over time, there's not a good connection when you turn your key. When you turn your key, there's not a good connection. So what you want to do is, maybe I'm not putting that. I'm not. Maybe I'm not. The way I saw it, and I saw this is the way I figured this is, if you actually have ever seen the ignition module, when you guys turn the key, there is a part of that module that sticks out when you turn it all the way to the on position. And that module, when you turn it all the way to the on position, it's supposed to make contact. It's supposed to make contact. All right, with another contact point, so that it sends the current to get the car started. However, over time, that erodes over time, and when you turn it, there's just not. I believe there's just enough space for there not to be contact, so it doesn't actually turn the car on. All right, now I don't have that to show you right now, but if you guys have this problem, it's probably the your ignition module that you need to change up. But I've been able to drive like this just to get the car started since, and I haven't had the time to change out the module. I'll probably get to it at some point, but from the moment that I figured that out, and it worked every time I pushed it in and wiggled it and turned it to on position. I haven't actually been worried that much about this car not starting. I haven't been worried about that, because it has started every single time when I pushed it in, and then wiggled it, pushed it in, forcibly, a little bit forcibly, more than normal, and then wiggled it as I'm pushing it in, and then turning it to crank it up. It cranks up every time. So if you guys are in this situation where you guys have this problem, and I believe this problem is common to Fords from 2008 to 2012, whether it's the a variety of Ford vehicles. If you guys have that issue, and if you guys are stuck with a no crank, no start situation, this is a no crank, no start situation, meaning that you get no crank whatsoever. Probably will save you a heap of trouble before you guys go and look for a bunch of, see if what's causing it, before you guys think it's the starter or anything else, and spending all that time to try to figure out what it is. Probably should just try this trick first, because there is a good chance that you probably won't need to call a tow truck in this situation. You will probably be able to get your car started, and you might just be able to just keep on doing that until you get your car fixed. Until you're able to get your car fixed. Because I've been driving like this for I've been driving like this. Driving like this. Well, I mean, every time I turn the car off, I'm not worried that I'm not going to be able to turn it on, because it turns on every single time now. I'm not this is what the problem is. I'm 100% sure that's a problem. This is the problem. If you guys are stuck in that situation, try it out. It might help you out with this situation. All right, guys. So if you guys have a comment about this, please leave your comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, and please give me a thumbs up, guys. All right, guys. Take care.